There's a city in New Mexico named after a game show, and it's called Truth or Consequences. It was a contest, and Truth or Consequences won.
One random fact about Arizona is that we have these animals called javelinas. It's a desert boar. They're terrifying.
The state fish is the humu humu nuku nuku akua'a.
When a whale washes up onto our shoreline, we stuff it full of dynamite and then we blow it up.
We're friendly people, I think.
The crime rate is down to like 1961 levels. We murder a lot less people these days.
Kentucky is the only state where all gambling, except for horse racing, is illegal.
We have the world's largest ball of twine.
There is an amazing vintage motor museum, and many people skim right by it.
Buffalo Bill's grave is just outside of Denver.
Stephen King wrote most, if not all, of his books based in Maine.
Pearl S. Buck, Nobel Prize winner in literature, is from West Virginia.
Actress from the 1930s, Tallulah Bankhead, fabulous star, very deep voice. She was actually from Alabama.
Elijah Wood and Ashton Kutcher.
Tom Hanks, baby.
Superman was born in Ohio.
Usher's from Tennessee.
Joe Biden is from Delaware. He actually went to my high school.
North Carolina has the tallest pine trees you'll ever see.
I think the autumn, in the fall, the leaves changing and stuff is probably one of the most spectacular views that you'll ever see.
We have desert and rainforest in Washington.
Arkansas is called the natural state. I really think that that's a fitting name for the state because it is just a beautiful natural state with lots of untouched land.
One random fact about Florida is the St. Johns River flows from south to north.
There is an actual port there, which is so weird because it's so far inland that seems strange.
It is the land of 10,000 lakes.
There's the beach, there's Virginia Beach. We are above the largest underwater aquifer in the world. It's called the Ogallala Aquifer.
There is the largest natural mineral spring called the Grand Prism Spring. It's the largest one in all of the U.S.
The state of Connecticut is very, very, very proud of their Yukon Huskies. Their women's team is almost undefeated.
Where I'm from in St. Joseph, Missouri, we are the home of the Pony Express.
The words Cajun and Creole are not interchangeable. They do not refer to just food or just music. It's referring to a group of people.
The very first potato in the U.S. was planted in Londonderry, New Hampshire, which is really close to my hometown.
It's the home of the first banana split.
Texas is the birthplace of Dr. Pepper.
Vermont is the only state that doesn't have a McDonald's at its state capital.
The first KFC is in Utah, which is weird.
We are the peach state, and you see peaches everywhere.
We don't like ketchup on our hot dogs.
Our state drink is coffee milk. Kind of like chocolate milk, but it's coffee flavored.
Hattiesburg, Mississippi, the place I lived in Mississippi, is in fact the birthplace of rock and roll.
A lot of jazz came from Indiana.
Motown actually got its start in Detroit.
We get paid to live in Alaska. Usually it's around $1,000, give or take. It's announced every year.
The center of North America is Rugby, North Dakota.
People in the state of New Jersey are usually from New York. They stay there for 30 years until the kids are grown, out of school, and then they get the hell out of the state.
South Dakota has one U.S. representative for the entire state.
Idaho had the first Jewish governor in the United States.
We now have our first African-American mayor.
It's where the revolution started. That's where, history was changed. This is why we're here today.
It has a dark history, but we're moving forward. We are beginning to discuss and talk about a lot of our history, and that's a good thing.